From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. Lachlan Edwards has it on the tee and ready to go. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
Down 80! Mike 57. I'm on.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which Baltimore 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Oh, Frank.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard. Out to the 10.
Montgomery is a ball carrier. On the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go, go, go.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
41 Mike. All day, baby. All day, all day. Lady.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Time. I'm gonna wedge that. I got you, punk. Right. He's up. Lady. Everyone's got 4. 4. Lady. Sit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A run with Josh Adams, the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, this week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals. No strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Gore. 8 yards there on a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. We're scoreless after one. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the counter, Gore. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw, it's Allen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and very short, Darnold caught here by Griffin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st down, it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
I'm here all day. He's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd down now. It's Cannon, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mine's 49. I don't think you got it.
Darnold from the gun. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
I think the easy analysis is that he had nowhere to go with the football. But he held on to it for so long, didn't get rid of it, and then just gave up.
Yeah, the coverage was good downfield, no doubt. But if you're going to hold on to the ball that long and then just cradle it at the end, you're right, it felt like he gave up a little bit.
If you're going to do that, do it early. Get the play over with. Don't wait that long and then give up. Your guys expect you to try and make a play.
He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Mike 54. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Hey, Delta. Get that ball.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll let it go deep for... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jerry Hughes on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Right here, 41 Mike. He don't know no bad, ain't he? 41 Mike. 3 buzz, 3. Hey, exit. 41's the Mike. 40
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold, he's going to wind up in there. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's complete. It's Gore. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he fires one incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Big stop, let's go. Five wide. 54. Hey, echo. Check. Watch 54.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Steps away to his left. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's good for Jets.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going deep now for Herndon. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Man open, here's Crowder. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Cannon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
We're going to start. Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Tight up. Red 80. Red 80. Check 24. Watch 24.
Back to throw, Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Back. Oh, lady. Red 80.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. 43 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Right there, 54 Mike. Yeah, let's get set. Hey, you.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's caught inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
29 yards. First down, Bills.
Allen now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Mike. 54. Mike 54. You're trapped. You're trapped. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here goes, Mike. 41's the Mike. Check 41. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Here's Adams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Once more, Adams on first down. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler, as a rookie last year, in on the stop. There.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 26. Check that.
On second down, this is Cannon. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Stay with your man. Hey, wahoo. Motion.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
On 1st down, Cannon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from the 20. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get off the field.
Now Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Allen. The open man is Smith. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen now from the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
56, 56.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cannon, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Deuce, deuce. Yo, 80.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Meanwhile, down in Philly, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
54. Round 80. Middle. 54. Let's go, defense.
Throwing now is Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Open man here is Foster. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On play action, Allen. Roberts got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down this time in the 17. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right, get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Nice 57's mine. Hey, nice 7.
And again, it's Allen. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Back now here on EA Sports. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes. So
Darnold, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft there to make the grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
49.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's able to get it out of there. Fighting down pass. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cannon. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Darnold. And this is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready? 49. Hey, Alpha. Mike, 49. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Danny. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Copeland coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Cannon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
49, guys.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, pick your game up. Hey, lady. March 49. March 49. Watch the slant. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Rip left. Oh, lady. 49.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Who that? 49's the mic. 49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
Darnold. The quick slant caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They come out here in the eye. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run with a big man. This is Adams. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Josh Adams with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. No problem there on the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now Allen. It's complete. It's Gore. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
Following the penalty, it's Gore. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes.